All right. Hey, we're here right now with the one and only Dougie Fresh out in the Chicago area. Hey, man, I really appreciate you getting on this call. Helping people take crypto uh, much deeper, where instead of just buying crypto coins and holding it, they could purchase crypto coins and certain ones and put it in certain places where they could start to collect interest and participate in things like staking and farming, which has helped you get a whole lot of gains over these last few months. I don't know. I would say you did what, like over 500% over the last like few months.
Oh, easily. Um, I mean, I started some of this, like what we're about to go over right now. I started farming some of this stuff in the beginning of March. So
Mm.
it's a little over a week, and I think I've just about doubled my money.
Wow, a little over a week, you doubled your investment. So it's over
So
100% within a little over a week. That's fascinating. Well, and that's what the potential is with some of these moves. So I appreciate it, man. It's a little bit deeper than just purchasing some Bitcoin and holding on to it. This is definitely some great opportunities. So yeah, thanks for sharing, Doug. Let's pop into it.
yeah, absolutely. So I guess I mean the first thing is like staking, farming, mining, um, all these different terms um, kind of are all the same thing. Essentially, you give some sort of processing power, you dedicate some money in a wallet, um, or you provide money in two forms of currency for people to trade back and forth, providing liquidity, and you get paid in some way, shape, or form for all these tasks. And in the case of Bitcoin, um, you mine Bitcoin by providing your power of your CPU, and they reward you by giving you Bitcoin. So that's all of this is just layers of that very simple process. Um, so for today, like something that is really appealing to somebody that wants to put in $100 or someone that wants to put in $1,000, using the Binance chain because the fees are about 50 to 75 cents a transaction, whereas on the Ethereum chain right now, trading some of these coins will cost you 20 to $30 a transaction. Um, so if you make $30 on a trade, you waste it all in trading it back and forth. So we'll go over the Binance chain because it's cheap, and it's got a lot of hype in the crypto industry right now. So first things first, like getting a Binance wallet. So I have the Binance Smart Chain for Google Chrome. If you just type that in, you can literally just download it, and it'll make a little icon here in the upper right. So it kind of gives you a wallet. Um, and there's this little tab up at the top where it says Smart Chain Network. I'm going to go to the Binance Chain Network, which is this is like the default. If you go to crypto.com or any other mainstream broker where you can give them your bank money and they give you currency, you're going to trade in and out of this Binance Chain Network. So for this video, I've got one BNB sitting in this wallet. So all I did was I bought it. I think I bought it on crypto.com, click the receive, and it gives me this, my Binance address. So I sent myself one BNB. If you're new to the crypto stuff, I highly recommend doing like a small transaction, like a tenth of a BNB or something like that. If your withdrawal fees aren't too crazy, um, just so that you make sure that you did the process correctly. Because with anything on blockchain, if you mistype a letter, miscopy something, accidentally copied too much information, and then send it, if the exchange doesn't automatically catch it, like you're literally, that money is gone forever. So always want to make sure that you double check, triple check, make sure your addresses are correct and all that kind of stuff. So now, now that I have my BNB in this chain network, to utilize the farming websites, I gotta change it over to the smart chain. So if I go down to smart chain network here, and I want to receive BNB. So I'm just going to click on receive, and it gives me this address. So I'm going to copy that. If I go back now to my regular chain wallet, I'm going to send. I'm going to paste my address here. So it says note cross-chain transfer to the Binance Smart Chain. That's in fact what I want to do. I don't need a memo. Memos are something that will, like, if you're trading from Binance US to crypto.com, one of the exchanges might ask for a memo, but unless otherwise stated, just leave it blank. I'm going to do the full 1 BNB there, so I just click max. Then I hit send, and it wants me to confirm. So this is the spot here. So I'm sending one full one, but this is the transfer amount that it's going to cost me. Like this is about $1 right now. So I'll hit send. It'll take a few seconds. This is a little bit longer than it normally does. There you go. So that disappears now. So now I'll go back to my smart chain. I already had 2.1 in there, so it'll give me a few seconds for it to show up. There it is. All right, so now I've got my BNB in my smart chain wallet. So now I'm going to connect it to a farming website. Um, so here's Goose Finance. This is the one we're looking at. So they have a trade, so I can change my BNB for all sorts of tokens of any kind. Then we've got our farms, which is this is where we'll deposit money for interest. We have our nest. So farms are two currencies. So this is an egg and a BUSD. This is egg BNB, BNB, BUSD. So these are all different pairs that you can deposit into to get this interest, which is an APR. If you click the little calculator, so per 1,000. So if you put in $1,000 of egg and BNB together, 500 of each, you'll get 0.25 eggs per day, which is right now they're trading at $87. So about 20 bucks a day on $1,000 interest. And that's at current price. Egg has gone down to 40 and up to 150, 200 bucks. So that can fluctuate, but so that's what a farm is. A nest in this particular case is a single asset pool. So if I deposit just egg, I get a little bit lower percentage because there's zero risk. As far as if egg goes up or down, fine, but egg's just going to be the same value, and it's going to, and so BUSD, that's pegged to $1. It's a stable coin. So a traditional bank, you put in $10,000 in a savings account, you get 1% at best. Here you're going to get 187%, and it's a stable coin, so there's no risk. It's just a good way to throw a little bit. There is a deposit fee, so it's a 4% fee when you throw the money in. But again, you can make that up real quick. Take you about a week to get that 4% back. So I now have that BNB in there, so I'm going to go to the exchange. I guess for the video, let's look at we'll do egg BNB for the video here. So I need to get egg and I need to get BNB. Since I already have BNB, I'm just going to buy a little bit of egg. So we'll go to the exchange
And
up here in the upper right.
just to clarify, you're getting egg and BNB because the way you're earning interest is that you're participating in the fees when people trade in between egg and BNB. So you're putting your money in a place where it helps the liquidity pool. So
Yep.
when transactions specifically between egg and BNB, then you participate in interest from the fees that happen in between there.
Yeah, so that's generally how it works. And in this particular case, when I provide that liquidity pool token into this particular farm, um, they're gonna pay me um, in egg token. So um, again, like I said before, so if I put in $1,000, I'll get 0.25 eggs per day. So in 4 days, I'll have a full egg, which is $87 if I put in $1,000. And then, so that's the pool I want to go into. You want to know what you're getting into first. So I'm going to go trade for that. I'm going to go to the exchange. Um, so let's connect to my wallet. Um, so BNB, I want to trade some of my BNB that I just brought over. I'm going to type in egg. So I'm gonna sell, let's say we'll do, since we're gonna use one as an option. So I'm gonna sell half of a BNB, and that, when I do that, they're gonna give me 1.56 eggs for it. So I'll go ahead and hit swap. It's just confirming that I want to do that. So I'll hit confirm, and now the wallet wants me to approve it. So this is where it puts it all the data and all that stuff. So network fee, that's what it costs to do that. Like I said, that's about 75 cents. So I'll confirm, and then in a few seconds after that goes on the crypto chain here, then I'll have a couple of eggs. All right. So now I have egg, I have BNB. I now want to do this farm. So what I have to do is I have to provide the liquidity pool. So going back to that exchange up here, I'm going to provide the liquidity, click add. All right, so the pool is BNB and egg. Oh, I got to reconnect my wallet. It usually auto populates what you already have in your wallet. So, so now here's the pool. I'm going to provide as much as I can of my egg, which is about another, like I said, it's about a half a BNB. So I'm going to supply the pool with that. And about 70 cents, confirm. And then in a few seconds, it's going to show my liquidity pool tokens in my wallet. So taking those tokens, I can now insert them into farms to get paid in a specific currency. So there is 0.5 BNB, 1.5 egg, and this is the liquidity pool token here. So I have 0.83 LP tokens for BNB egg. So now if I go to the farm section, connect my Binance chain. So now it'll allow me to stake that egg BNB in this particular. So if I hit stake, then I click max, so that's the 0.83 liquidity pool tokens, and hit confirm. Then as soon as I do that, now this little ticker right here will start counting up. To show you in one of the layered farmings, which is just another thing. So here's a category right here um, where I deposited this goose token, and then it's showing me how much I've earned. So if I want to take those tokens and sell them, I click harvest, and then it adds it to my wallet. Or right here it says GG1 staked. That's where I can subtract or add to my liquidity there. So if I go to the nest or farms back again, so I'm going to stake it. Let's go max, hit confirm. One thing that I am not doing in this video, because I've already done it, is anytime you buy a new token, so like I bought egg in this video, before I am allowed to do what I just did, I'll have to give the website permission to spend that egg token. So like right here, it says approved contract. So I have never deposited into the BNB BUSD pool. So you have to approve the contract, or you have to approve the specific use of that currency, um, which again is just you click OK, and then all of a sudden this button will then pop up and you can do that. So let's say, so that's it. So now it's just gonna start earning money, and I can come back in a day, and this will be a couple of bucks. It'll say, you know, point whatever. But again, so now let's say I've done this for a couple of days and I want to get my money out. Um, you always have to harvest your rewards, whatever they may be. So in this case, it's eggs earned. Um, if you take your money out of the pool, it automatically puts your harvest to 0. So in the case of this farm, I already have, so I have 0.013 of this token. If I don't click harvest before I withdraw, then I lose that money. So you always want to harvest whatever you have out there first, and then um, you can withdraw. So um, here, I'll go ahead and do that. So let's say I want to sell my GG1 because I'm, you know, like I said, I've been farming for a week or so. So I'll just harvest it. Confirm, and again, it'll a couple seconds. So now it zeroed it out. If I open my wallet, I've added the token to my wallet. So right here, it's now in my wallet. Um, now I want to take the stuff that I have staked out as well. So I can take that. How much do I want to take out? Let's say max. I'll confirm. So now I've taken my token that I've earned through the harvest. Now I'm taking my tokens out of the pool, hit max. Oh, that was pending confirmation. Sorry, try that again. All right, max, boom, confirm. Of course, it's giving me crap. There it is. All right. So now I'll hit confirm. Give it a few seconds. So now I have no more of the GG1 in the pool. I've already harvested it. And there it is, 5.21. That's in my wallet. In the farm, so here, this is a little different because it's a liquidity pool and not just a single asset thing like that otherwise. I don't have any, I haven't had it farming long enough to actually earn anything. So I'm just gonna withdraw it again to show you guys what we're doing. So after you've harvested your stuff, now you want to withdraw your liquidity. So I'll go ahead and hit max. So now if I go back to that exchange liquidity area, I gotta reconnect my wallet. So now it shows that liquidity is back. So I have a little bit more egg and a little bit less BNB because again, with liquidity, stuff goes up and down. But then I can now, if I remove the liquidity right here, then I'll get this deposited to my wallet and this deposited to my wallet. If I leave it in this pool right here or in that other farm, obviously these numbers are going to grow over time. And so now that's just like the quick and the easy way. Any of these farms would be the same process. If you want egg and BUSD, just make sure you have both of those tokens. You provide it in your liquidity pool, and then you can come deposit it here. So that's and again, you can look at all these percentages of APR and decide which one you want to do. Some are interesting like this one. So this is two stable coins. It's USDT, BUSD, just $2 coins that stay a dollar. But sometimes people want to get out of Binance stable dollars to Tether, so they can use Tether to buy Bitcoin on another exchange that doesn't have BUSD. So there is a market for these two coins, but they're going to pay you 200% to provide that liquidity. So you can get paid a lot of money with absolutely no risk. So you're going to get, uh, so yeah, an ROI of, okay, 4% a week for providing two stable coins. Again, you can't lose money on this situation. I guess unless Tether blows up or BUSD, but neither one of those things are going to happen. Um, so you can provide $10,000 of each, and you're making some pretty serious money again without the risk. And layered farming. So this is why Goose is quite interesting. So they created this GG1 Goose. So that's Goose layer one, and it's almost exactly the same as this whole page, but it's just with a separate token. Um, this GG1 token. Um, so it's all the same stuff, but what they do is they're getting you consistently to lock up and use tokens. Like in here, if you deposit egg, they give you the golden goose token. So instead of people farming the eggs and then selling them and making the price of the egg go down, people are farming the eggs and then using them to farm this layer, and then they're going to use it to farm the next layer. So there's use cases for the tokens to continue rolling, instead of just getting paid a whole bunch of tokens and then you all of a sudden now have a worthless coin because they gave out too many points or too many eggs, and then everybody sold them type thing. Um, so you can, like I said, let that stuff ride. Um, but one of the things I posted in the Discord was autofarm.network. So here's a website that auto compounds all of your stuff, to give you insane APRs. And again, just like the Goose Finance in these farms here, so egg BUSD. So if you have this liquidity pool, which again I'm going to show you, I have some of these liquidity pool tokens, the egg BNB, on the Auto Farm network. They have, these are all the different pairs that they have, but they also have egg, well, WBNB, so it's wrapped Binance things. But they tell you what the value of the token is per token. They tell you what your APR is, and it's compounding. So I'm getting the auto points here, but um, so this one, when I deposited that, I deposited 38.7 liquidity pool tokens on 3/5, so 4 days ago, and they were valued at 1985 a piece. So that's the same value. And my pool was worth $748. So it is now worth 869. So $120 in 4 days. So I'm making $30 a day by depositing into this vault. And again, so when I harvest and withdraw, I started with 38.7 tokens. They're going to give me 43.67 tokens when I withdraw, and 70 cents of their special token there. Um, so these auto compounding farms are just like, again, it's another layer, and I don't understand the entire, like, where is the incentive for this website, or this finance group to do what they're doing. um, but at the end of the day, follow the money. And again, reputable things, like I learned about this through people that have already used it, so it wasn't like a scam alert or anything like that for me. um, but like I said, I deposited egg BUSD liquidity pool tokens, and then I have my egg BNB stuff. For the egg BNB, I did 2.37 token liquidity pool tokens on 3.7. So 2.37, I now have 2.5. So this one I got about 20 bucks or so on. So this one's making about $10 a day. So a little bit less than this guy up here, but also the value of egg, the value of BNB, and all that kind of stuff kind of plays a factor into those things. So yeah, so like this is just, like I said, a secondary way to potentially use your liquidity, um, which I think I have. So here's, this is not a Binance Smart Chain, but just another website that, so Badger Finance, um, Johnny's talked about Badger in Discord. Um, so I have about $3,000 into this portfolio. Um, I've withdrawn probably about 2 or 3 grand from this portfolio, but this, I put $300 in on December 4th, and it has turned into about $5,000. Like I said, I've taken about $2,000 profit out of this. But that $300, 10x pretty easily. The value of the token when I bought in for Badger was like $6. But so here's an example of a bunch of different pools, and some of them are, so this is Uniswap, which is just like the Goose Finance. If I take my liquidity pool tokens from Uniswap and deposit it into this Badger website, they'll give me 121% for it. This icon is for Sushi Swap, which is another popular Ethereum one. Same thing. If I provide wrapped Bitcoin and Badger to Sushi Swap's website, then come over here and deposit those tokens into this, they'll give me 103%. So it's just kind of multiple layers of earning through your liquidity, not to mention um, your liquidity over time. So zero 0.5 tokens in the liquidity pool can turn into a little bit more of each one of the coins. So when I withdraw, I'll get my interest from this website, and then I'll also get the difference in tokens from the website that I used for our liquidity. Um, so yeah, I mean that's, so like I said, you buy a little bit of BNB, you send it to your wallet, transfer it over to the smart chain, and then you can start participating in some of these pools and earn a couple $100, and you can do small amounts. I mean, at the end of the day, if you start off with 10 eggs and you farm one, great. If you start off with 100 eggs and farm a couple, like you have the opportunity to grow $100 or $1,000 at roughly the same percent rate. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the farming aspect of things. Um, so now let's go to liquidity. Um, I'm taking a hit doing this video, losing a little bit of my BNB. So at the end of the day, after I've done all my farming and I want to sell some of my profits back and all that kind of stuff. Um, so I'll remove my liquidity and choose max. They're gonna send me this much of each. Go ahead and remove it. Okay, and as soon as that's approved, that'll start to show up in whenever it is approved, it'll show up in my wallet here eventually. There it is. All right. So I just farmed that back. Now I want to trade my eggs, max eggs. I'm going back for my BNB. So I'm going to swap those back. So again, put it in liquidity, harvest them. Now I'm just going to sell them back and walk away with More BNB ultimately is what I wanted. And then I would hit swap, and then now I just sold my eggs, and that's kind of how you make your money from your farming. Um, and then and you could just, like I said, you keep doing that, keep following along. Um, Pay attention to these APRs, and as more people deposit money, those APRs will go down a little bit. So here in the Goose website, we've got another layer, which will be layer 2, and instead of GG1, it'll have GG2, and they're going to start this whole process over again and give you different ways um, to utilize some of your GG1 profits and some of your egg profits, and just again keep the money in the system versus people just selling it and dumping the value of the coin. Um, yeah. So in a day and 13 hours will be the time to get some eggs and have them ready, because these incubators right here, max staking is 50,000 eggs. So the moment 50,000 eggs are deposited, it's full and you can't get involved. But they're getting 3,000% APR in that pool. So in one day and 13 hours, I'm going to try and be right on ready to go and trying to get some eggs into the layer 2 incubator, and see if I can get some of this really awesome percentages, participate in that. Maybe we could do like a group thing. Everybody throws in a couple $100 or something like that, and we try and get into the incubator.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. I mean, I don't know if you'd be down to just like set that up to make it easy for some people, like if they just like sent you money through Zelle or something like that, and you just rocked it all in and kind of kept track like you do with a couple things. All right, but Doug, I appreciate you sharing that, guys. I hope this helped, and yeah, just another way to take your crypto to the next level.
Yeah, and since this is going to be recorded video, you guys can go back and rewatch the steps and stuff, and then just tag me, ask questions, we'll help you out.
Yeah, definitely take the time, or any parts of these, Doug, just went right through it. We got this recorded, so you could go back and pause it and go, rewind, 10 seconds, just so, multiple times, just to make sure you're taking that right step. And yeah, guys, let's go next level. Appreciate it, Doug.
Yeah, man.
All right, stop this recording.